My name is Simon Hazy. I'm in 9th grade, and my ideal pet would be a zebra.
My name's Everin Brown. I'm in 9th grade, and my ideal pet would be a meerkat.
My name is Thomas Hicks. I am in 9th grade, and my ideal pet would be a bear.
My name's Ryan Thomas. I was a mentor for this year's confirmation class, and my mentee was Simon Hazy.
It's a way to connect with other people who have already been through the process and just kind of learn more about your own faith through talking with others who already have established what they believe in.
It's definitely a long process, but it's for sure well worth it. It connected me to God more, and it really enforced my Christian beliefs.
It's really just an experience in learning what Christianity is and who God is and how we can be more involved with Him and how He can be more involved in our lives.
It was a long process. I was just actually talking to the kids just recently about this and about how this process has evolved over the years. As someone who's been involved in this church for a long time, I actually got to go through confirmation years ago. So I was telling them the differences between that and now, and it's an in-depth process, and it really challenges the kids to look at their faith and to see what they want to get out of it and how they want to use it to better their society around them.
I mean, everything from what denominations are and how we separate those to things like the Trinity, which are often perceived as very complicated, and things like talking to other people about Christianity who might not believe in it.
We learned about the Holy Trinity, which I really need to learn about because I was not too knowledgeable on that. And basically we just learned what it means to be a Christian.
One of the topics that we kind of wrapped up with, which I think is important, is how to evangelize and how to talk to people about your faith. I think that's something that pretty much every Christian deals with at some point in their life. And I would say most are probably not great at it. So to get them exposed to that at this age and trying to work through how they would do that and what that process might look like if they encounter somebody that has a lot of questions is great, and I think that it's going to benefit them in the long run.
My mentor was Tim Myers, the Snap-on handyman, and well, I'm really glad I chose him because I've known him all my life, and he's just a great guy to hang out with and to get advice from. My
mentor was Taylor Hughes, and she's really fun to be around. All the mentors are really great, and they take it seriously, but it's not to the point where you can't have any fun with them.
I've known Simon since he was born, and it's been great. I mean, he's a good kid, and I love his mom and dad, and I would have, it was a real honor for me to be able to help him through this process.
I mean, yeah, I can't say anything too bad about him. I mean, my mentor's been great, and the great thing about the mentors in general is, I mean, these are everyday people who we know very well and who want to be involved in our lives, and it's nice to have that level of connection. Maybe not surprising, but one of the things that I found very interesting is the Trinity. I mean, really, that's something that when you talk to atheists, that's something that oftentimes is their first point. Well, how does that work? How are there multiple people who's only one person? So we learned a lot about that, and I found that very interesting and involving to talk about.
Probably how much fun the process could be. We always start with dad jokes every time, and we just always tease each other, and it's not a strict process where you can't have any fun.
I guess I was surprised at the the depth at which these kids really looked at their faith and really took a lot of the things that we were talking about through the Alpha videos and through with Pastor Bill and Melissa and all that, and are trying to really apply that to their everyday lives. That was great to see.
I'd say manage your time well, because you are not going to want to read the entire Gospel of Mark an hour before it's due.
I mean, it's really a great experience, and what I've gained most from it is just having that regular time to be able to devote to my faith. It
gets to the root of what we believe as Christians, what this church stands for, what this denomination stands for. So if you want to have those questions answered, I strongly would suggest taking the confirmation class, because by the end of it, you're going to know whether or not you agree or disagree. And that's something that I think is really helpful to all the students that have gone through it.
Yeah, Ryan Thomas, he is the vice president of the school board. He's a very great guy. Shout out to Ryan Thomas.
All right, and
vice president of the school board.